Hi, welcome to Sona Motivates. Sona motivates you to eat healthy, be happy, and enjoy every moment. Thank you very much for joining in for today's spice, and that is cardamom. Welcome to Spice Series Week 12 and 3 special health benefits of this queen of spices. So let's see who is online. Let me go through this and then we will meet again. But thank you very much for watching these live, and thank you all of those who watch these videos later and give us a lot of comments, and they make sure, they ask a lot of questions. But anyways, let's go back. So why do you think cardamom might be called as queen of spices? Sorry for this technical difficulty, guys. Okay, so cardamom, it's a very delicately pleasant aroma. It's very unique flavored, and the most important part is it is made up of 25 volatile oils. So it has those 25 oils, and out of them, one which is an antioxidant sign. Let me name it like this: cineol. It is which is also found in bay leaf. Actually, it is largely medicinally used. So basically cardamom has this cineol, and it is very helpful. It's healthy. So if you have never smelled cardamom, probably you have never smelled any of the spice, because it has very rich flavor. It is actually the third priciest expensive spice. The first one last week we saw is saffron, the second is vanilla, and then comes the cardamom. Now this cardamom, it was actually extensively found in India, in basically southern India, southmost part of India. But Guatemala is the world's largest producer and exporter of cardamom nowadays. Okay, so thank you very much who are joining online, who are seeing us now. So welcome, guys, and please say hello and make sure you leave the comments and let us know which spice you would like to explore next week. So so basically cardamom is found in southern India, and it is just now we saw that Guatemala is the world's largest exporter of cardamom. Okay, so do you know there are two main types of cardamoms, two major types of cardamoms, and I actually have only one to show you guys. But any of you who is watching online right now, and if you have the other one at home, make sure you post a picture or later in the comment. But I have this green one, okay, and this green one, this is a smaller version. This is smaller, but this is actually has more health benefits. And this is how you use. These are the pods of a tree. Actually, the cardamom is pods of a tree, and what you do is basically you bruise them a little or cut them, and this is how they look. So I don't know how much clear you can see, but yep, you can see on the screen. Just now you saw the tree. It is a small tree. It grows around 6. That's one from southern India actually. And now you see the pods on the screen, and when you open, you see those kind of brown or black colored the seeds. Okay, these have the flavor and the aroma, and of course they have a little bit oil. If you try to rub them, you can see they leave a little bit of volatile oil on your fingertip. Okay, so here you go. So just now we saw the green cardamom. We also have the larger black cardamom. Now they have slightly smoky flavor and aroma, so they are mostly used in the spiced dishes, the dishes which are heavily spiced, maybe the curries and biryanis and all those heavily spiced dishes. But the little ones, the green ones, are mostly used in custards or sweet dishes, or like desserts and stuff like that. So these, like I told you, have a lot of health benefits, and we are going to start looking in those health benefits soon. Okay, so what more is Okay, let's start with the first health benefit because I'm getting a little distracted. I see two people joining here. Hello guys, thank you for joining very much, and I'm sure you must be enjoying our spice series. Make sure you keep watching today's spice and of course the next week's. And if you have any questions or you would like us to explore any spice with us, make sure you post it in the comments. And we are all the time getting a lot of comments and requests too for the next spice, so please keep doing that guys. Thank you. So let's go jump on to our first health benefit, and that is it enhances appetite. Nowadays you will think, you know what, in this era of where we want to lose weight, who wants to have increase their appetite? But there are some people, you know, who face from this problem that they don't feel hungry but they still eat. So if you are one of those people who don't have those digestive juices, or you don't have that kind of, you know, the urge to eat at the right times, cardamom definitely is the way to go. Or even with the kids, you know, some kids they don't feel hungry, they don't eat, and the moms are constantly you know, continuously worried about their food habits. Make sure you serve them the cardamom. So cardamom actually acts as a appetite stabilizer. So it's stimulant, sorry. It helps you, you know, eat, helps you feel hungry. And not only this, many of our households, actually in our household back home, you know, this was always the case that with the fennel seeds, cardamom pods, or even the skin of this cardamom was always left in one of the, you know, a small jar on the dining table. And we made sure that after our dinner or lunch, we were asked to have at least a little bit with these or with the fennel seeds. Now why? Because it helps it helps digestion. It helps in lot of any of the issues related to digestive problem, so like digestive system. So it helps to overcome nausea, bloating, gas, heartburn, loss of appetite, like I told you just now, even the constipation. And it helps a lot in the digestive issues. So if you have any of these digestive problems, make sure even one cardamom a day, and you will start feeling a difference just within 21 days. So so remember guys, last time I talked about that we have been, this is our 12th week, and we have been researching and going through these spices every week with the new spice. We started with mustard seeds, and now we are on this cardamom. It becomes very confusing at times to focus on you know, with so much of information what to do with this spice series. So what you can do is just take one thing. Just take one thing of this whole 30 minutes and start applying it right away. And what I have heard and I have noticed myself is 21 days is the most to form any kind of habits. So if you think anything is difficult for you, make sure you do it for 21 days. Now why 21 days is because there has been some research that people have, you know, scientists have proved that in 21 days your brain gets that activity as it's kind of your repetitive activity, and it makes sure that you start following it without conscious effort. So that's what happens in 21 days. So I don't know whether you have known that in our most of the religious scriptures or chantings, everything is in the number of 21 we follow through. So try it. And I have been through even with the exercise regime or any of the habit. If you want to form a new habit, just try to follow it for 21 days and let us know, because I have tried and it has helped me. I think it does hold some truth. So if you do that, make sure you leave us a comment, and if you have ever tried it before, do it for us. Let us know your story, and we will include that in our next session. So just now we saw our first health benefit about cardamom, and that was it enhances appetite, and it is super beneficial in digestion process. Now let's move on to our next. Oh, before that, let me tell you that where is cardamom most popularly used. So we just saw it's definitely used in India, in Iran, in Morocco, in Arab nations. So it's more popular there, but it is also used in the Scandinavian countries. So those are Sweden, Denmark, and Finland. So how we are going to look in a little while. But one more surprising thing I came to know is even the Moroccans have a spice mix like Indians, and which we call garam masala, and their name is the spice mix which Moroccans use is ras al hanout. And to my Moroccan friends, if I am spelling it wrongly or pronouncing it wrongly, please make sure you correct me. Okay, so in that spice, cardamom is definitely used. It's one of the important ingredients. Okay, Morocco, even in Arabian cooking, they use this for the curries they make and the sweet dishes as well. One more interesting thing I would like to share is Arabian coffee is very popular and it is made with cardamom. Yes. So what they used to do in the previous time is they had that the coffee pot. They will just bruise the cardamom. Now, why do you have to bruise the cardamom before using? Because see, this is closed. It's always closed. So if before using, if you try to open it a little bit, you just just try to open with a knife or just with a hand, and its volatile oils are released, and that's when the flavor and aroma you can feel, you can notice it. So that's what they used to do in the coffee spout. They will they will just push this. They will push a cardamom pot in the coffee spout, and they will pour the hot coffee over with the help of this. And this way, they will impart it will impart. Oh, there are some comments, and sorry, I didn't even. Okay, I see a couple of people here, and sorry, I didn't click my comment, and so I was not able to see you guys. Hi Akanksha, thank you for joining. Hi Chroma, thank you for joining. And here is Pratibha, lots of love. And Neela, thank you for the love. And let's talk about cardamom. So we just saw our first health benefit, and we are looking towards how the Arabian coffee is different. So that's what they used to do. They will have the regular coffee, but the Arabian, they make coffee like we make tea. But what we do is we boil water with the tea powder, and that's what they used to do. They will put the coffee powder in the boiling water later, then put the if they don't use the pot like we talked, they will have this mixture. They will grind it to the thin powder, and they will add that powder to the coffee powder or directly to the water, let it boil for a couple of minutes, and then they will turn off the stove, let it sit for 5 minutes, and when the coffee powder and all the debris are settled, there will be a kind of clear coffee on the top, and that's when they will pour and drink. And that's how the Arabian coffee was made. Isn't it interesting that they are using cardamom in just for only cardamom for the coffee, yeah, and of course coffee, but not other spices. And that was something I learned, that their coffee is very popular, and it is kind of used for a gesture for hospitality and generosity. And also they have a name for this coffee, and it is Gahira. And sorry about the cooking going on right now. So okay, let's move on to the next. We just talked about the coffee. Okay, so just now we saw even the Sweden, Denmark, and Finland, they use the coffee, they use the cardamom as well. What they do is, this is very interesting, I never heard about it. So Sweden, in their winter days, they use this hot spiced wine, which is very popular there then in winter times, and it is largely extensively flavored with the cardamom. Okay, Germany, during Christmas time, they make specific type of cookies, and they have to have cardamom in them. Okay, and these all have names, but I'm not sure whether I will be able to take those names correctly, so I'm avoiding the names. But you guys please Google it and know about it if you are interested. But I'm trying those cookies for sure. Okay, and also in Sweden, I think in Denmark, or yes, they have the pastries. They make use of cardamom in pastries as well. Okay, so let's move on to our second health benefit. The first one was it largely helps in digestion, which is very common with other spices. But cardamom is also appetite stimulant. So if your kids are not eating properly, or they are not feeling hungry, make sure you add cardamom in some way. Okay, and how? We are going to check how to use cardamom in your daily diet. Okay, so the next one is diuretic. So have you heard the word diuretic? If not, diuretic is substance that causes an increase in the production of urine. It helps you detoxify your body. So cardamom largely helps you detoxify your body. How? By it helps you clean the urinary tract, the urinary bladder. It helps you clean the kidneys, removing the waste, salt, excess water, toxins, and fighting infections too. So if you have any of these problems, if you feel you are not urinating enough in a day, or not drinking enough water, and you want to detoxify yourself, cardamom is a way to go. We use this all the time in our desserts, sweet dishes, but I had no clue that it can act as a diuretic. But that's good to know. We can have a detoxifying tea or water with the cardamom. But just like a couple of minutes ago I told you, before, for using, if you are using the whole pot at the same time, make sure you either you bruise it a little bit, you let the oils come out, and oh man, boy, I can smell this. It smells so good. But this is how it is used. Okay, and of course, if you want to use the seeds, in our households we make powder of the seeds, and if you want to find powder, you have to add either some brown sugar or normal white sugar, and then you make the powder in the coffee grinder. But what I do is, I don't want to waste the cover as well, because this is also very beneficial. It has health benefits, and of course cardamom is very costly, so I want to make use of every bit of it. So I will grind the whole thing with the sugar in a coffee grinder in a thin powder, and use it in my desserts, and that helps. um, uh, I guess Pratibha is saying something. I guess it is used in most of the cold places because of the warm flavor and aroma while cooking. What is she saying? Okay, let me. Okay, I can't read the rest of the comment. I don't know why. So she is, but yes, according to Ayurveda, it does have the warm flavor. So I don't know, this is always the case with these spices, that according to Ayurveda, some are cold, so some are used for treating, they have their cold characteristics, so shita, and some are warm, so they are ushna for your body. That's how it is said. I don't know how to explain that in English, but I will try to make it more helpful next time. I'll try to explain it better next time. But these are definitely used in cold places, because they basically help you retain the heat and make your body warmer. That's what it means. Okay. So we just saw the first health benefit, and now we are no, we just saw the second one. The first one was it enhances the appetite. It helps stimulate the appetite, and also digestion, all kinds of digestion issues. It is diuretic for detoxifying and cleaning the kidneys and urinary tract and everything. And the last but not least is a breath freshener. So that was a major reason that why in most of the Arabic nations, in Middle East, in India, in the Asian countries, we use these just now I told with the fennel seeds. We have these on our dining table, and we chew these or just put it in the mouth after. Even in some Indian restaurants, you must have noticed that they have these. We just put it in the mouth. You can hold it, if you don't like to chew the seeds, you can just hold it in the mouth, and it acts as an excellent mouth freshener. Now, why? Hi, Nimisha. Thank you for joining. So why does it do that? Because it has that cineol, which we talked about in it is the antibiotic, but sorry, antioxidant. Extremely sorry. It has an antioxidant cineol, so it has that antiseptic and antibiotic characteristics, and that help get rid of the bad breath. Now, what happens is cardamom was long back used as a nature's toothbrush. A lot of people used to use the even the thin branches or just the cardamom for brushing their teeth. They will just chew the thin branch for brushing the teeth. How they used to use this as a to clean for their oral health. Now it helps you clean the teeth and of course freshness of the bread. But if you have that stubborn breath, sometimes you have the raw garlic or onion in your food, and you are worried about that if it is smelling, cardamom is your best friend right then and there. My mom, she's so used to carrying the cardamom and cloves in her purse all the time while traveling. So if you feel nauseatic or even with the bad breath, this is the best. If you don't have chewing gum handy, this is the way to go. So keep cardamom in your purse or in your pocket so you can have the best bread. Not only this, there is a condition, halitosis, and it is it's a chronic bad breath for those people who, no matter what they do, uh, they um, they can't get rid of their bad breath. So even if they brush 20 times and they go to doctors, it's not gone. And that's for them, cardamom has helped. So this is cardamom is also used in the treatment of halitosis. So just now we saw the third health benefit. Yes, it acts as a mouth freshener or a breath freshener. It is very widely used in our households. So apart from adding a little flavor and aroma to our spicy and sweet dishes, we also add these uh, great health benefits to our family. We can help add these to help our family. Okay, how can you add the cardamom in your day-to-day life? Okay, so if all of those who are watching, if you have any new idea how we can add cardamom in our daily diet, let us know. Okay, so I'll start suggesting few of those. One is sprinkle ground, like I told just now, how you can ground the powder and store it, and it retains its flavor for 6 months. Okay, if you ground the cardamom powder, make sure you use it within 6 months. So just ground a little bit. Okay, sprinkle it on fruits. You can sprinkle any kind of fruit. It goes very well with grapefruit or orange. Yes, Nimisha is great. There is actually a specific tea, we called it elaichi tea, we call, and yes, it does go in a tea. We are so used to the black tea, and that's where we add the cardamom, and it also has a specific recipe. Then don't forget the ice cream. We also have a specific ice cream with this, and it's called kesar elaichi, and kesar is saffron and elaichi is cardamom. So imagine both very expensive spices and in ice cream. Oh my god, it tastes so good. So we do have back home the kesar elaichi kulfi or the ice cream. So if you haven't tried it, please make sure you try that kulfi or ice cream. Okay, so that is one thing. Then how we can use, if you bake a lot or even a little, make sure you add a sprinkle of cardamom in your chocolate cake or even in cookies or in your gingerbread. That goes extremely well with those. Yes, kulfi, yum. And then spice your morning coffee like Arabic people do with the cardamom powder, or even with just a pot of cardamom. That can be used too. Then of course, how can I forget, you can use them in just a white rice. Also, if you are cooking a white rice, just cut a little bit of cardamom, add the whole cardamom to it, and it will leave such a nice flavor and aroma to your rice. So you can use in the rice or even the rice pilaf. I don't know, I think we can use in quinoa too. So if you cook quinoa, try it. I'm not sure about pastas and stuff, but yeah, in the quinoa. Okay, there is a great question. Where can I get the ice cream? Okay, good question, Chroma. Thank you very much for asking that. I do see them in the Indian stores in the freezer section. They do have those Kesher Ilaichi Kulfi. Those are basically, I think, like on the stick. Those kind of kulfis are there, but even the cardamoms, I haven't seen them in the regular grocery store. So if you want to buy those, mm, if you want to buy those these cardamoms, you can go to the Indian stores. They definitely have them, or you can order them online. I haven't seen them in the regular grocery stores for some reason, so not sure why people don't use it. Okay, we are almost done, and there was a recipe for the tea. There was a recipe for the tea. For the cardamom tea, if you are interested, leave us a comment and I'll post the whole recipe how to make Indian chai tea with using these spices and cardamom. So just in the recap, those who have joined me, I see Kirti auntie joining me. Thank you very much for joining me all the way through from India, and nice seeing you here. But the first health benefit of cardamom was it enhances appetite, and it helps digestion and all kinds of digestive related problems like bloating, gas, heartburn, acidity, constipation, and all those issues. It is a appetite stimulant. That is our first health benefit. The second one is diuretic. It helps you detoxify your body, so you go urinate often, and it helps you clear your urinary tract, bladder, kidneys, removing all the salt and waste from your body and the toxins, of course, and fighting the infections if any. And last but not least, as a mouth freshener or a breath freshener, even with the very chronic condition, like if someone has a chronic condition like a halitosis. So any of these problems, it can be used, or even for the regular, for like a mouth freshener. So these were all the health benefits of our cardamom, that is today's spice. So thank you very much all for joining today, and thank you who are watching this video later. I have been receiving so many comments even later. I usually hang out at least an hour after this Facebook live, so if you watch the video and you still have some questions, I am here to answer those. We have our YouTube channel with all those videos. Those of your friends who are not on Facebook, make sure you forward the YouTube link to them, and so they can know all the great benefits of these spices. So friends, we just had one of our spice class last Sunday, and it was fun. We do extensively use these spices and teach people and educate them how they can use these spices often day to day, and heal and get treated with the basic of these spice kit. The most important part before we leave, I have to share is what I have learned from Ayurveda is these spices were just the beneficial herbs before they entered our kitchen. They were there. They are leaves, they are pods, they are branches, they are bark. So they are just fruits, flowers. They are there in nature, but they were just the herbs. And the Ayurvedic practitioners didn't know how they can always ask people to come, and how they can ask people to eat them, and that's when they created the spices. And when these herbs entered our kitchen, they were called as spices, and we started using them every day in our cooking, and that's how we are healing. So like as always I stress, turmeric is just one spice known to the Western world, and we have 74 more spices from India. So please keep joining us for many more spices, and thank you very much for watching today. Thank you, and have a wonderful rest of the night. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, Pratibha. Thank you everybody for joining. Bye.